Yep, today's the 23rd December 2023 people. Tunyumye muko wano. Waliwo angambye wano. Tikegusi. Embozio ngenyumira nnyo. You know, because once you hear somebody for the first time, you know, most people don't pay attention to lots of things. Of course, people about and about, running around with their lives, things left, right, and center. However, you know, it's always your guy Mujukira, your guy Mumani. I know that guy. I remember him a long time. Oh, your guy, you know, missing, being away. Anyway, tunyumye kumbozi. Tandikira ku Bugolobi flats. Bugos. People from Bugos, right up to Middle East. Netudda paka chitintale waggulu ena nakayikyali kibira 1985 mujjukira oluyimba lwa chakachaka ow'amaaso uko mkomboti I wake up. That's about the same time, 85 86 kubanga my P7 vacation tumala ebigezo nga nzira nawumulya wa anti Namirembe e Bugolobi Block 8, Flat 2B. Where the Mubani, Simani, Aunt Annette Namirembe. You know what I mean? Kakati Babulida. I met a lot of friends while in Bugolobi there. They said Bugolobi was transitioning from what it had been. I think at some point, if I can remember very well, it was close to being like a military detachment, something like that. But then, initially, I would think when they built those flats, they were for civil servants. Company ezimba UCB, Uganda Commercial Bank. I think it was a Yugoslavian company or the Israeli company, something along those lines. Yezimba Bugolobi flats. Ezo flats bapanga prefabricated. All the materials that built that complex, ne UCB. Babi importing prefab and I think it's the same time was the Nile mansions. The Gwangas of flats Zaita Zagwa, they had built, I think, block 32. Zaita Tukaye, Yonezimu Zaita Zagwa. What I remember around 85, we're together, Aunt Namirembe about what the nyumba. It's a long story, but of course, I'm trying to break it down. Abe Bugolobi, ezo flats we muziraba. I think zakumanga ku block 12, and the other side was just shell, empty shell. There were shells. Ngabali babipanze, then you know. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. I got the P7 vacation. Tumala exams on the 5th of November 1987. And then straight away, I was excited to go and have my vacation in Bugolobi. It was only my auntie who had a car. Karika DX. UXB 123 your number plate yaka DX njijukide wanga mzee wangu yakavuganga. Of course mzee wangu yavuganga Benz whenever they used to come and see me or come and visit. Benz nga yezisimba ali motoka bali baba Japan. They used to laugh at those cars but DX suji whatever limited whatever bona. Now of course kumukazi kali fine, you know, my aunt was, you know, coming of age, and that's how it is. Kati vacation yeyo Chambers, I stayed in Bugolobi with my cousins. William, no Willie. Shout out. Katiba, they are big boys now. 85, they're coming to 30. You know. And there were childhood friends and memories I made in Bugolobi. Our guys said them balaba. Ne kechenyizo bagama anti bagaya abo. Families are bali basirikale. The whole block, the Tuariko, which I don't think today the Bachaliko flat says. They must have been officers and government. Yariko, never retired. Probably they were just holding on as things were beginning to change. Iranga Bugolobi, area ye Bugolobi as a flat says on Nanga Wizahari. It is one type of people who are there, you know. Let me summarize it like that, you know. Actually, that is what I'm talking about. Bugolobi. Then about story of Bugolobi, Burunjinyo, Twagenanga Middle East. That was like the Katanga or the slum. Today it might be better. Simani Bifarana. I don't know how Bugolobi looks like. I can kitintale. Together, there used to be a forest down there. Together, were those friends of mine. It is a very, very long time ago. So, Bugos, yali jurisdiction yali. Kakati abafuro is a story of Bettina. Shanice, the personal banker. Waliwo chapter jinateka muti na mugulira apartment. It is true. Kakati bayotanzitunda. La wenga gawala. 15 years later. Not even 15. 87. 10 years later, yeah. Is a flat batan kozitunda. Ira abaliye Bugolobi today. They are rightful owners. They bought those. The government offloaded most of those things because they are attached to so many things. Parastatals, the housing, the ministry of how were they allocating those flats and all those things, you know? The same with the Intinda, no Bukoto white flats, no Bukoto brown flats. Zijukiawaneza wandegea flats sao. Zasulangamba professor na abachi bonna. There are ezo flat ze wandegeye ezo muzijukira. Zali very exclusive. Ngera bazisulamu. Tuli mu primary 82, 83, 84. Era nga nina obi wange omu yasulanga mu flat. Bali babiri actually. Abasulanga mu flat says nga ngenda yo balaba. And one of them, their mom, sijja mwogera linnya. Mujja kunsonyiwa kubanga connection ya family ya maanyi paka waggulu nnyo. It really goes up. But they were personal friends to my mom. Era right now bali mu Boston, bali mu America. Naye nagendangayo ntandika okuzina break dance video cassette gye nalabirako video ya Michael Jackson mu 1984 nagirabira waabwe VHS, then anafe ne bagula video ewaka. Ne ebiseera what I'm talking about, owning a video cassette recorder, it was like owning, I don't know. Okay, twali bagagga naye sijagamba nti in the excess. Kubanga ebintu babi respecting anga. And that's how it is. Haituve mu flat sezo. Kakati nagula flat e Bugolobi. Me. Naye najigabira omukazi. Sente zaali nyingi. It was a lot of money. Sente twali mu sente nyingi nnyo nga tuli bavubuka. And that was another story. And that was it. Era Shanice jali ali mu America yo, she's doing great. Ze sirina muntu gwe saayagaliza. Nayagalizanga nnyo buli omu eyampitanga mu mikono back in the day. So kati bwe nalabye ekifaananyi ekyo kirina postinze. Nengamba laba Bugolobi bwe yali yeefaanana. Kati that picture you see That must have been 1979. Kubanga ezo flats okuzizimba zaakomaawo. Ne bajja nga baziddaabiriza nga bazikola buli omu yakolanga bakwaloketinga nga flat ng'ogikola ng'ogiyingira. Ngera nga bagambye nti half of the complex was, I think, from block 1 to block maybe 5 or 6. Naye nga zonna baali bazaasemboli zo zonna nga ziri shell. Kubanga neno ya block 8 Aunt Anne yagimaliriza. So bw'omutunuulira finishing ya flats ezo olaba difference nti bw'ogenda kuzisembayo kuba nazigendamukko awo negulyayo flat ne batandise ozitunda. Kakati abaagula ezaali zisembayo, the last blocks, we are finishing them in their own way. Kakati you can tell the difference. Mukitegeera? You get me? So that's the story of Bugolobi and more tales. But I'm kindly requesting anyone of my childhood friends betwazanyanga nabo, twalina omuzanyo gwe twazanyanga twagutanga sola ne korondo. Sola is, we used to, on the pavement, you draw and put a hole, and then you throw a cup of the soda bottle. Sola ne korondo. Oba muzanyo I tell you, nga tufuluma akawungeze tubeerawo ku pavement nga Bugolobi complex, hardly any cars, eerily. Era ku makya ng'emmotoka za ministries eziyitamu nga zipiikinga abakozi ba gavumenti bagende bakole civil service. The bus would come driving through, and then you would see officers of government bali masuuti badduka ne mu briefcase bayingira buses iye mwana. That was another world altogether. And then in the evening the bus would come back with the civil servants. Kakati when they return ne bagenda mu Middle East nga gye banywera omwenge gwabwe ogwo sugi ogwo omwenge banywanga kiri ogwo the one they drink on the straw, the long marwa ne sorghum. Era ebifo bya marwa sorghum byali bingi nnyo mu Middle East awo. So you can tell what I'm talking about. You can tell what I'm talking about. The picture of how Bugolobi looked like at that time. Block 8 waliwo muti gw'omuyembe oba gukyaliwo. If you come out of block 8, across is a mango tree. Ogwo muti nga waliwo abantu. So that is the picture I'm giving you. Then the nearest there of my friends, baali ku Ludhuri Avenue, side ye Bugolobi bodde ewaaliyo obbi wange yabeerayo, sijja mwogera linnya naye it was a very, very powerful family as well. Yes, gye nagendanga n'enzannya. We used to go and play together. Bali mu Australia, kankomaawo. But they, of course, when they listen, they would know. You know, and but this is a very, very long time, I tell you. It's a very, very long time. It's a very, very long time. And I used to go to their house. They had a very, very... Kakati biseera ebyo. Ennyumba ezo zaalinanga compound nene. Ludhuri Avenue, no, Bandari Rise. That's the word, Bandari. Amanyi Bandari Rise, n'ennyumba eziriyo nga ziri mu bikomera. Those were like colonial houses, very, very. I think each house was on an acre of land. Kuba twazanyiranga mu compound nga tetugimala nayo as kids. So that is it. Kati olonga nkomawo eno kati my auntie at the time, she was bebasoka mu bya Middle East, Dubai. Basuubula ne bagaggawala nnyo. Basuubula Dubai. So I was at home looking after my young cousins. Nga waliwo n'omuwala omulala gwe nabeeranga naye awaka oba aliridda wa. You know, so bingi nnyo. Njakubuuza Wile. Ask Wile. Mubuuze. I'll check on him. Naye nga byebyo kakati abantu bambuza ebintu bingi nnyo n'ebimu batamanyi ne bye balaba. So if you see something and you don't make sense of it, kakati nkubuulidde nti Bugolobi kyenyiza obagamba ekisembayo ekyaliwo, what people speculated nti baasendanga ettaka eryo ne balitwala. That had been the deal to build those flats. Nti ettaka balitwalanga Israel, something like, I don't know. People say a lot of things that are, so bw'olaba engeri gye baazizimbamu, they must have excavated a side of the hill. Mugende Bugolobi mwetegereze. Guys, go to Bugolobi, via muku stage otunula waggulu bw'oti, you would see an escarpment, how it goes. Oba lwali lusozi kyolwo. And then you have one side, the flats. And that's what I remember. Probably things are now different and all that. So that's all. I don't have much more to say about Bugolobi today. That is what I thought about. And then about Kambabulire. Kwa hiyo twabeerako Bugolobi 85. Era nga bwe mbagamba nti 85 tuli ku Buganda Road. I remember the date, July the 25th, is it? Government bwevaako. Half of my class mu primary abaana tebadda. Ne tuddukirako mu exile Kenya. Ne tukomawo briefly. Abazeeyi, things like that. It was a bit of Kenya yebalimu nga yebali mu bintu bingi. Ne tubeerako kati awo anti namirembe bwe bafuna gold flat allocation. I don't know how things were done back then, how they used to maneuver things, the windfall. One time I went to Muchite, Muchukira looting. Kamamudia, Muchukira looting. Never what did I Madoka even nange. In Zenalaban gave it to Vintinho. Narimwana Mutona Enga, that excitement and adrenaline was always like kubun keke. So kakanyagamba Bugolobi. Ku coffee. Awalinga coffee marketing board. Okweyongerayo okudda eri nga it's another world altogether. Kati that area I think had been designated for the people of coffee marketing board. It was a very, very, very powerful conglomerate, parastatal, but it was even bigger than that. It had its grips. Eranga lodeze sibo kuveri yonna. Eza Uganda Transport Cooperative Union, muze jokira. Ezo zasombanga ebintu okuva Mombasa. Ezo zatwalanga ne coffee. They take the coffee, come back with maguzi. Neziparking e Kawepe. Then you had this Mercedes Benz as a trailer. There's a picture I posted. Era kisanga mu bifaananyi bya muzeeyi ezo trailer zasombanga emwanyi. So I don't know how Bugolobi looks right now. And the rest is history. So my lovely people, keguswatu wali msajja ajjukira ebintu bingi nnyo ate abayambako okufiringa gaps. So nenga nazanyanga n'abaana e Bugolobi bangi nnyo. I was very, very playful. Ngera we nfuluma mu block 7 bonna nga bavayo nga tubeera wakawungezi. That thrill, teenage thrill, 13, 14, omaze P7 ogenda mu O-level. Mulinda results ne muvayo ne munyumya. That's the first time you're wearing trousers. Kati olunga na Jackson jean, na jean Jackson. You people. Ne socks are white, mungate black. Vayo mu akawungeza abo abana ne bakutunulirawo. I have always been a crowd puller. Nga whenever bavayo ne banetoloola, Zawakabi, I'm the bad boy. You people. So many stories anyway. So I'm reminiscing Nabagandi yesterday. If you never get a muscle storylines. ziva mu memory lane. You got me. So have a nice one, people. We talk tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about so many other things. So many other things, all right? So, yeah, yo. I just want to thank everybody for asking me your questions. Just put the question when I want to take her. All I did there, I get the message, and then I do what? I put it on things to do. Now footnotes there, so I really check on things. You know what I mean? All right.